So what exactly are the Borg? And is there a correlation between Borg culture and the current dominant culture on planet Earth? These questions will be answered in due time. However, in order to effectively deal with these questions, we will have to explore the Borg cultural construct.
I am Locutus of Borg. Resistance is futile.
The Borg and Borg culture.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Borg. Over the course of this term, you're going to become intimately familiar with the collective. You'll learn about the assimilation process, the Borg hierarchy, and the psychology of the hive mind.
Borg culture is a fascinating topic in that it parallels much of the dominant cultural norms on Earth, especially as it relates to human consciousness. The Borg is not considered to be a species per se. Rather, the Borg is a collective, an amalgamation of various humanoid species that have been assimilated into the Borg collective. When a person is taken by the Borg, that person's consciousness is assimilated into the collective consciousness of the Borg. The newly assimilated individual is taken through a process through which technology is infused into the physical body of the victim. The victim's physical body is subsequently fused with cybernetic technology, which connects the individual to the Borg collective consciousness, or hive. Once this is done, the individual loses his or her sense of individuality, autonomy, and free will. No longer can the victim think, speak, or do for itself. No longer can the victim exercise free will. Instead, the victim functions as nothing more than a drone carrying out the wishes of the collective, unwillfully committing death, destruction, and continued species assimilation on behalf of the Borg collective.
Your efforts to break the encryption codes will not be successful, nor will your attempts to assimilate me into your collective.
Brave words. I've heard them before. From thousands of species across thousands of worlds since long before you were created. But now, they are all Borg. Are you ready?
Who are you?
I am the Borg.
That is a contradiction. The Borg have a collective consciousness. There are no individuals.
I am the beginning, the end, the one who is many. I am the Borg.
Greetings. I am curious. Do you control the Borg collective?
You imply a disparity where none exists. I am the collective.
Perhaps I should rephrase the question. I wish to understand the organizational relationships. Are you their leader?
I bring order to chaos.
interesting, if cryptic, response.
You are in chaos, Data. You are the contradiction, a machine who wishes to be human.
Since you seem to know so much about me, you must be aware that I am programmed to evolve, to better myself.
We too are on a quest to better ourselves, evolving toward a state of perfection.
Forgive me, but the Borg do not evolve. They conquer.
By assimilating other beings into our collective, we are bringing them closer to perfection.
The Borg Collective, or Hive, is ruled by a Borg Queen. This queen is the covert figurehead of the Borg Collective, dictating the actions of all Borg drones. If the queen instructs the Borg drone to assimilate another species, then the drone will comply without hesitation. If the queen instructs the Borg drone to kill another species, the drone will comply without contemplation. If the Borg queen instructs the Borg drone to terminate its life, the Borg drone will comply without consideration of personal well-being. In fact, there is no personality or individual within the Borg Collective.
I'd like to take a closer look at your eyepiece. Is that okay?
Here.
Thanks.
When you are assimilated, you will have a similar device.
Hugh, do you understand? We don't want to be assimilated.
Why do you resist us?
Because we don't want to live the way you do.
Here it is quiet. There are no other voices.
Other voices?
On a Borg ship, we live with the thoughts of the others on our minds. Thousands of voices with us always. We live with the thoughts of the others on our minds.
We live with the thoughts of the others in our minds? This is nothing more than mind control, wherein the dominant consciousness dictates the lives of those that have been assimilated into the collective. In essence, the individual's thoughts are not their own. The individual's thoughts are given to them. The individual, therefore, functions only as a mindless automaton, a drone, if you will.
You're made up of organic and artificial life, which has been developing for thousands of centuries.
The Borg is the ultimate user. They're unlike any threat your Federation has ever faced. They're not interested in political conquest, wealth, or power as you know it. They're simply interested in your ship, its technology. They've identified it as something they can consume.